What's up, everybody?
Hello, good night. What is this? Happy Saturday night.
Happy Saturday night. It's Saturday night. So that means it's time for Have a Conversation After Dark. Listen, if you are watching now or if you're watching the replay, hit the share button. That's all we want you to do. Hit the share button and share this with someone so that we can get some more people.
Yes.
All right. That's what's up. It's Saturday night. If you're not familiar with this show, it is a show all about conversation. Not necessarily really about giving advice, which although that does happen, we can't help ourselves because we're authors, speakers, and coaches. And so we're going to give our perspective as it relates to advice. But this is really about sparking conversation with you and your mate.
Yes, correct.
Because conversation is a catalyst for
growth.
Conversation is a catalyst for
bonding.
And conversation is a catalyst for learning. So listen, we typically, what we do with this show is we typically throw a topic out there or a series of topics. And the goal is really just to get your opinion about these topics. You get our opinion about these topics. And it's conversation typically that we don't hear talked about.
That's right.
It's conversation that often we see come up with the couples that we are blessed to serve because it causes issues because they never talked about it before.
Right.
This is one of them tonight. Tonight is one of those topics. And so, again, hit the share button. If you're watching this, hit the share button so we can get some folks in here talking about it. Let me put up the graphic for tonight's conversation, or at least one of the topics that will be in tonight's conversation. And it is this: I want the lights on, but my spouse never wants them on.
Uh-oh.
And yes, we're talking about in the bedroom. We're talking about in the bedroom. let me ask you this,
Okay.
and I'm asking everybody who might be watching or watching the replay. Is this a conversation you have ever had with your spouse? Have you ever had this conversation where you're like, listen, my preference is XYZ?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if we've ever had that conversation.
I don't think we have.
We never had to.
We never had to.
We never had to. But it's never a conversation that we've ever had or had to have.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a thing.
It is a thing,
It's a
because
thing.
it is a thing. And listen, I want to be mindful. I'm going to try to choose my words carefully because I don't want to offend anybody or make anybody feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that one of the barriers to keeping the lights on for many people is that they are self-conscious about their appearance with no
Mm-hmm.
clothes on.
Right. Yeah.
Now, I understand that.
I understand it too. I understand it too. And I know that what I'm about to say, not everyone thinks this way.
Okay,
And
because I have a
so,
butt as well. So go
yeah,
ahead.
I have a butt too. Um, I know that not everyone thinks this way, and I totally understand that. But
Mhm,
for me, as uncomfortable as I might be,
mhm,
I feel like I can be that vulnerable to be naked with you,
mhm.
naked and ashamed, not naked and unashamed.
Okay,
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
So I feel like because I know that even though I might be uncomfortable at times, because I'm not always uncomfortable,
Mhm,
but even though I'm uncomfortable, because you know that I'm uncomfortable, and I hope
mhm,
I do the same thing for you, you make me comfortable enough
mm.
to be naked in front of you. Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
that makes sense.
Even though I might be self-conscious, you make me comfortable enough
Mhm,
around you to
mhm.
be naked.
Okay.
And so I know that that doesn't work for everyone, even though your spouse might make you comfortable enough. That might not be enough for you to be like, okay, I, I'm a little self-conscious, but I
Mhm.
feel comfortable. He's making it safe for me or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
But for some people, that's not enough.
Some people, that's not enough, and you said that very nicely.
I did.
Yep, my butt is
I
not
was
going to be.
fumbling.
My butt is not going to be as nice. My, I understand
I
being
think you have a nice
self-conscious.
butt. You have a nice butt.
Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll explore it when these cameras go off. so here
Reel it back in.
here's my butt. I do understand being self-conscious. However, if you can't be open and vulnerable with the person you're married to, that's a problem.
I don't know if
I'm
it's
trying to tell you,
I don't know if it's
that's
a
a problem.
problem. I get what you're saying, but I don't know if it's a problem. I don't know if I would say it's a problem because what if the lights off
Mhm.
is working for them? Then it's not a problem.
Well, if the lights, if we're going by the graphic, the lights off is only working for one person.
I want the lights on, but my spouse never wants them on.
Right, which means it ain't working.
But it still doesn't mean that it's a problem per se,
Mhm.
because maybe this person has just accepted that the lights just not gonna be on
Yeah,
because
I
my spouse
yeah,
doesn't want them on. And so, okay, that's just how it is.
and that's true. People do accept it, but I'm just I'm just gonna say what the person who has accepted it is thinking, but might not say. And what that person who has accepted it is thinking and might not say is, yeah, I've accepted it because I want to keep the peace,
Well,
but I want the exhilaration of the visual.
yeah.
And they may not say that. Or they may not say, "Listen, I feel some kind of way that you say you love me and want to spend your life with me, but you don't want to show me you." Like, I feel some kind of way about that.
Yeah, I get that. But here's the thing too. If I'm uncomfortable with the lights on
Hmm.
and you know that,
Hmm.
and it does begin to become a problem, like you start complaining or you
Hmm.
start bringing it up, and we always got to have the lights off, I want to see you, just
Hmm.
that. And I'm like, okay. And then we do it with the lights on.
Hmm.
Me being uncomfortable is going to make the
It's
experience
gonna
not,
mess the
it's,
experience up. Yeah,
yeah, it's
I get
gonna
that.
make us, both of us, not enjoy the
I
experience.
get that, and I
So
understand that. That makes sense.
yeah.
That makes sense. Now let me tell you. I'm just going being personal for a second. Where the lights off works is when you wake up late in the middle of the night. So you wake up 2:30, 3 o'clock, and you feeling some kind of way, and things pop off. It's it's
It's part of the
it's part of the
experience.
experience
Yeah.
for it to still be dark,
Yeah, I get that.
right?
Yeah.
But I don't know about this. It's gotta be dark because if it's gotta be dark, the message that I feel like is being sent is you can't have all of me.
Oh, that's a
Is
stretch.
that a stretch?
You can't have all of me.
I can't see you. I'm married to you. I do life with you, and I can't see you. Like what's up with that?
No. Come on. I can't see you.
And listen, because there are people who, and you know this to be true, there are people who they don't want to be seen coming out the shower. They
Mm,
got to have a towel on. You can't walk in the bathroom when they in the bathroom. There's people like that.
yeah.
There is there's an issue there. And that's just me. Now, again, this is not about advice. This is about you sparking a conversation. You probably need to ask your mate this and see what they say.
Mm,
Really, this is what this is about. So I'm just playing devil's advocate, and I'm just throwing different coals on the fire just to spark conversation between whoever may be watching this. Um, but that's how I feel, right? Because listen, I'm not a perfect specimen. I'm not
you are.
I'm not what I was in college.
No, we're
I'm
not.
not,
We're not that.
you know what I'm saying? I have self-conscious moments,
I do too.
but not with you.
Correct.
And if I'm going to have those moments if I can't be that with you, then I feel like for me that's me not not giving all of myself to you. That's just how I feel. Now that may be a stretch for some, but I'm just like, if I can hold something back, then obviously I'm not giving everything.
But yeah, I mean, I see what you're saying, but I don't know. That's holding something back. I
Hmm.
mean, I guess if your desire is to see me
Hmm.
when we're having sex, then I guess you could call it that I'm holding something back.
Hmm. Now let me give some advice, which this is not an advice show, but here's what I would say to a couple. Well, I would say a lot of things. This is not where I would start, but this is one of the things we would say at some point is that you you can start with candles. I'm skipping a lot of stuff. There, if a couple is having this issue, we got to dig a little deeper, and we got to start back at the beginning.
Yeah.
So I'm not starting at the beginning because that's not what this show is about.
Mhm.
I'm fast forwarding significantly.
Fast forwarding to you even wanting to
Yeah, getting
try.
to it right, getting to a
Yeah.
point where okay, let's see what we can do.
Right.
Start with soft lights.
You have a dimmer on your light? Maybe that would work.
If yeah, start
Put
with
it down
soft
on
lights.
the dimmest setting.
Yep, or
That might work.
candles,
Or
right?
yeah.
Because candles, the flicker throws shadows, right? So you don't want all of you to be seen. Every once in a while, a flicker will illuminate a part of you, but then it'll go away quickly, right? So there are things that you can do.
Turn a light on in the hallway and let the light from under the door.
Yeah, you
I don't know.
could start there, or if you have
Or
you got your master bathroom,
right.
keep
That's
the
what I was
lights
gonna
on
say.
in your master bathroom,
And then close the doors,
okay.
and then the
Yep.
light from around the door. At least that's what happens in our master bathroom.
Yeah. So, or if your master bathroom is open, like if it's just an open walkway into it, you can still leave that light on, and that light will cast
Just
some
a little
shadows
bit
as
of a
well.
glow. Yeah.
In the room. I mean, and here's the other side of that. You said something earlier. If both people are cool with the lights being off, now that means you had, well, that doesn't mean you had a conversation, but that just means that it just fell that way. That, yeah, that's just our aesthetic. We would prefer the lights to be off. But now here's my argument for the sake of being argumentative. For the person who must have the lights off, that means you're not having no sex during the day. Hence another problem. You know what I'm saying? Like now we're compounding the problems.
I never thought of that.
Because if it's got to be dark, that means ain't nothing happening during the day. There ain't no morning wake up calls. There ain't no midday lunchtime rendezvous. There ain't none of that happening because you don't want to be seen.
I'm not laughing at you.
I don't
I'm
get
just laughing at
I don't
how
get
you're saying it. I
don't get
never
it.
thought of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I had a thought and that just killed my thought. I can't remember what I was going to say. All right.
So while you're thinking about your thought, let's take a station identification break real quick. Want to share something with you. Those of you who have followed this show for I don't know how long we've been doing it, you've heard us talk about wanting to do this in person in front of a live audience. And we've talked about that for a long time and never really never pulled the trigger, but just we were kind of moving a little slow with it, right? This year, we're not moving slow. We're going to do it.
Action.
God is going to help us and it's going to happen. So, some of you may have seen a live we did was it earlier this week or last week?
One day this past week.
Where we gave a tentative date, which was February 15th. We're actually pushing that date out to my wife's birthday weekend, which is March 20th. So on Saturday, March 22nd, we are actually going to do this. 22nd.
Yeah.
We're going to do this live. So I didn't put up the actual flyer, which I probably should have, and I'll put it up again later on. But we're going to have a conversation after dark in front of a live audience.
Live and in person for my birthday.
Yes. I'm really looking forward to that.
I am too. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So let me do this while you come up with your thought. I'm actually going to
I don't remember what I was
the
going to say.
new graphic.
So it's going to be live and in person. It's going to be, we're in the DMV area, so it's going to be in Maryland because that's where we're at. And we're going to have like spoken word, some kind of entertainment in the beginning. And then we're going to just jump right into what we do here on the show. We are going to have topics, maybe one or two topics that we can we can talk about and then throw out to you in the audience. And we'll have some mics probably set up. Let's see, mics set up, maybe one on each aisle or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, so we can do
So we
some
can do some
Q&A. People can
Q&A
ask
type
questions.
thing. We can have our audience come up to the mics and ask questions or give their comments on whatever the topic is. Yeah, it's going to be really a lot of
This is
fun.
going to be a lot of fun, ladies and gentlemen.
And it's going to be my birthday weekend. So
we're going to be celebrating.
We're going to be celebrating. It's going to be a lot of fun, spoken word, some more other types of entertainment, maybe a little bit of music or something. I don't know. Comedy. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. We're going to have a good time.
Flush the rest of it out, but that is going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So let me, I'm getting the graphic now. It's about to come up. We're going to have a good time.
Maybe we can revisit this topic that we're talking about tonight.
We probably will.
And get some comments from you, the audience, live and in person.
We probably will revisit this topic just to and the reason why I want to mention is because these are the kinds of
topics that we want to talk about.
These are the kinds of things we're going to talk about.
This is going to be the first of many on the tour map, I should say. This is going to be the first live and in-person venue, I should say, because we're going to do more throughout the year at different locations.
Sorry, that's the wrong one.
It doesn't matter. It's fine. We've talked about it now, so it's good.
So we want to do that. We're going to probably do maybe 2 of these in the Maryland, DC area.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're looking at New York, either Philadelphia or Delaware, and then we're looking at Connecticut, and then we're looking to go south, so Atlanta, potentially Huntsville, and maybe somewhere else in that area. So put this on your calendar, March 22, 2025. It's going to be at the Meeting House in Columbia, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do this live. So we're going to have some folk in the beginning to have some little entertainment, and then we're going to have a live forum where we're going to really have some great conversation, allow you to step up to the mic, say your piece, give your comments, and we're going to have some great conversation, some good laughs, and a great time.
Now, when we say live, we're live now.
Yeah.
But we mean live in person.
Yeah.
So that's going to be really, really fun.
Person. So those of you who are in the Maryland, DC, Virginia, Northern Virginia area,
come on out.
Put that date on your calendar.
Come and celebrate my birthday with me.
We will, matter of fact, tonight at some point, the link, because it is a ticketed event. So at some point tonight, the link will go live for you to secure your tickets for that event.
Come on out.
Right?
Make a date night out of it. Celebrate your birthday with me.
Make a date night out of it. Come celebrate my wife's birthday. Come have some good laughs, some great conversation.
Yeah.
And just know that we're going to bring up some stuff that you're going to probably end up talking about in the car on the way home.
And I hope you don't end up arguing about it.
No,
this is for you to have conversation.
It's just for you to have conversation. Yeah, trust me, we're not trying to break up homes. We're
not being instigators.
We're not trying to break up homes. We are very passionate about relationships. However, we know that many issues arrive simply due to lack of conversation.
Yeah.
So we are going to talk about some things that we hope you do talk about on your way home in the car.
Yeah.
We really do.
And talk about it. Like, don't argue about it. Just talk about it.
Go ahead.
This is a way to possibly learn something about your spouse that you know, like, man,
that's it.
You know what? I never really looked at it that way, or I never knew you felt that way.
Yep.
This
especially
is what this show is really all about.
Yeah. Especially if you've never talked about it before.
Mm-hmm.
Very simple question you can ask after all of these episodes and after this one that we do in person is, hey, man, how you feel about what they were saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That opens the door for you to hear what your spouse has to say and potentially learn some things, especially if you didn't have that conversation. Hey, you know what? We never talked about lights on or lights off. Are you, we just always have the lights on.
Mm-hmm.
Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Like, I've never even asked if that's okay. Like, and just have some conversations that help you learn each other. So we're going to have a good time, man. Make sure that you come out for that. Again, the link will go live sometime tonight. The reason why the link will go live tonight is because this is the last show we're going to do for about a month.
We're shutting it down.
We're shutting it down. Those of you who are people of faith, we are participating in a fast. And part of that fast is social media.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are going to be obedient.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to shut some things down. And so
we need to hear from God.
Right. And so you won't hear about this after tonight. You won't hear about this again until February 1st,
right.
A little after February 1st.
Yeah.
So make sure you come out. Again, I'm going to throw it up on the screen one more time for those who may be watching or watching the replay. Have a conversation after dark, live and in person.
Yes. For my birthday.
For the birthday girl,
Woo-hoo.
March 22nd, 2025, starting at 7:30. The doors may open somewhere right before that, 7:15 or so. Doors open up so you can come on in, grab a seat, and get ready to be entertained, get ready to laugh, and get ready to be part of a conversation. Now, if you want to hear if you're not familiar with us and you want to hear the kinds of things we talk about in After Dark, go over to our YouTube channel and you can catch all the older episodes. But those of you who are in Maryland, DC, Virginia, we need you to be there.
We want to see you. We want to see you. Come celebrate my birthday with us. Well, with me, with us. We're going to have a good time, y'all.
We need you to be there.
We're going to be talking about not necessarily the same topics that you've seen us talk about, but it will be like that. Like what we're talking about tonight. Lights on or lights off.
Yeah.
You know, how's that working out for you?
Shout out to Pastor Gully.
Reverend Gully.
Man, good to see you, man. Blessings on you. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Thank you for checking in with us. We're actually on our way out, but thank you for checking in, man. Much appreciated. Blessings on you and your family.
Great
man.
To see you.
We need to actually have a conversation, Doc. So I'll shoot you a message. I'm not going to be on social media for a month, so I'm gonna shoot you a message tonight. So unfortunately, it'll be late, but I'm gonna shoot you a message tonight with my number, and let's connect. Let us connect. So listen, we're gonna get out of here. We wanted to share that news with you that we are doing this in person.
Mm-hmm.
We're excited about doing this in person because we've been talking about it for a little while.
It's time.
And it hasn't happened.
It is time.
Right?
It is time. And what better time than my birthday weekend?
Exactly. What better time than a birthday weekend? So those of you who are in that area, make sure you're here. Those of you who missed this conversation, go back and watch this conversation. We would love to hear your thoughts about it. You heard our thoughts. So
you know what? Oh, well, no. Never mind.
Go ahead.
No, I was thinking of that. Remember that old song by Teddy Pendergrass?
Turn out the lights.
Turn off the lights. But he says light a candle.
Right. You don't say turn off and keep it dark.
So he likes to see.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
He's, this is what I wanted to say.
Okay.
I wonder if it is more of a preference for men to have the...
Yes. Go ahead. Finish your comment, but yes, it is.
I didn't even say it.
I know what you're about to say. Go ahead.
So because men are more visual, I wonder if the whole lights on, lights off thing, I wonder if the women or wives are the ones that are the most uncomfortable.
I would dare say, and obviously I don't have any statistics for this, so this is my
you
opinion.
Didn't even let me finish.
This is my opinion. I dare say more women fit into the self-conscious category in that moment than men do.
Really?
That's just, again, I don't have stats to prove that, but I'm telling you, the dude who is the bodybuilder and model and the dude who is 325 don't care. Not at that time. They may care all other times. They may care when they go out. They may care when they put on a suit. This don't fit me right. But when at that time, Neither one of those two people care. I promise you. Neither one of them care.
For the most part.
For the most part.
There might be some men.
There might be. And that's why I'm saying I have no stats for that. I'm just saying this is me talking.
This is your assumption.
Yeah, this is me talking. But men are more visual people. Right. So to turn the lights off for someone who is visual, it dampens the experience.
Does it really dampen it? You're using a lot of words like
on purpose. I'm using those words on purpose.
Dampen?
Yeah, I'm using them on purpose.
No, it doesn't dampen it.
Maybe I'm speaking for myself. maybe I've personalized this a little bit too much. But I am a lights person.
Yeah, me too.
I'm a lights person.
Yeah.
Except for, like I said, those 2 a.m., 3 a.m. moments. That's part of the experience.
Yeah.
But listen, it ain't about what we think. It's about what you think. And I hope you've had the conversation. And if you haven't, you probably should. You may be enlightened by what you hear your spouse say.
It's either going to be, hey, whatever we're doing now is fine with me, or it's going to be, well, now that you mention it.
Yeah,
I actually do prefer the lights to be on.
Yeah, so or ambiance, right? So I'm not saying you got to have, spotlights and strobes, you know what I'm saying? But you might want to see something, right? You might want to have candles, or you might want to have, you know what I'm saying?
A diffuser. Yeah. You got a little bit of light and nice aromatherapy.
Because now that you mentioned it, that's not like the one we have, that light, the little white part of it lights up.
Yeah.
And you can change the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Let's
with some aromatherapy.
Yeah, let's make it happen, folks.
Some type of aphrodisiac aromatherapy type stuff.
Let's make it happen, folks. Turn them lights on, man.
Come on. You can't.
It's not an advice show. My bad. I'll take that back.
You can't. It may take more than just us saying that for some people.
And listen, I'm joking with this, but let me be serious for a second. Many of the topics that we bring up cause issues in some of our clients.
Yeah.
Like, let's be clear about that.
Yeah.
They may seem frivolous. They may seem like, well, what's the big deal to you?
To some people,
promise you, and she can attest to this. They're issues.
Yeah.
And they cause problems.
Every couple's different. So,
one of those ways to really understand what's happening with you and your mate is to have conversation. And this is where we'll end, because conversation is a catalyst for growth. Conversation is a catalyst for learning. And conversation is a catalyst for bonding. And you really should be able to talk to your spouse about everything.
Yeah.
You may not always want to talk to your spouse
be able
about everything, but you should be able to.
You should at least be able to.
Yeah. So listen, we're going to get out of here, and not before showing this one more time for our folks in the Maryland, DC, Virginia area. We're going to do this in front of a live audience. We're going to give you the chance to get on the mic and give your comments. We're going to have some things there for you in the way of entertainment. And this will be the first of many, because we plan to take this show on the road,
as they say. Take the show on the road.
Indeed. So
we've been together too long, saying the same thing at the same time.
Indeed. So thank you for being here. Those of you, who watched live, and those of you who watched the replay, if you would do us a favor and share this. Again, for those of you who follow us on social media, you're not going to see us for a few weeks. We'll be back in February. This is part of a fast that we're doing. And so the ticket link will go live sometime after this show goes off tonight, but you won't hear a whole lot about it until February after tonight. All right. But the tickets will go live for you to purchase. It's going to be in Columbia, Maryland, for those of you who are traveling anywhere in the DMV area, so you can plan your trip.
Come celebrate my birthday in this way with us.
Come hang out with us. All right. Listen, we're going to get out of here. Thank you for being the best part of this show, and have a wonderful rest of your Saturday night. A great weekend. Happy New Year to anybody we have not said Happy New Year to. And be blessed, man. Have a conversation. All right. And mess around with the lights. And, see what you come up with. All right. Later.
We'll see you in a few weeks. Bye, everyone.
Bye.